everybody, welcome back to some more Library of Ruina. It's been a while. I've been busy. I'm sorry for the delay in these episodes. I want to make more content. It's just I've been extremely busy over my weekends, and we're finally back. Last time we got destroyed by Meatball, but we did beat the Blue Reverberation, so we're going to try to go back in to Gebra's abnormality fight with fighting the Mountain of Smiling Bodies. I just like to call him Meatball. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to try to focus on that. I'm not going to try to, dilly-dally with, just showing what we already saw last episode. I'm going to try to get to close to beating it, and hopefully we can get it out of the way. And then we're going to move on with the story, as it is time to do that as well. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you guys know the drill. Let's just go ahead and jump in, shall we? Okay, so we're using the last team as last time. We're using Wang here, Emma, Kim, and Oscar. We're going to use the same team. I'm going to try to blitz Meatball, I think. I don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen. But if I get close, I'll bring you guys back. But once again, I'm probably just going to go focus mode because I tend to do that sometimes. I get silent and I'm trying to think. So, you guys already see me do my first attempt. So, I mean, if something funny happens, yeah, sure, I'll show you guys. But I don't want to bore you guys with just kind of the mundane, making my turns out and all that. So we're just going to go ahead and try to get as far as we can. I'll bring you guys back in a few. All right, so I got to the point where we have small Meatball. I just really honestly focused on taking as much health off of him as possible, with not letting Kim eat off these guys as much while clashing. Kim has kind of taken the blunt of the force, or Gebra has taken kind of the blunt of all the attacks going on here. But we just don't want him to eat these, which honestly is fine at this point. I think really all we need to do is focus on hitting him as hard as possible, which I've kind of made Wang or just absolutely destroy him. Kind of final boss here, because I put all, you can see Claws of Savagery and Prey. So we basically just made Meatball the prey and then, went from there. What I've been using Emma for is honestly pulling away anything Meatball does here. And then if there's anything that these guys do, I've honestly just haven't been focusing on these guys at all unless they attack us. Like I said, Emma's just kind of been taking away some of these attacks so that Meatball can't heal as much as possible, because a lot of the times Emma can clash with these and not really have to worry about the attacks. Now, unfortunately, we can't pull away that 4. We could pull away the 5, so I think honestly I might do that. I'll go ahead and do a Creek. Or GGG. Do we want GG or Creek? I think I'll just go Creek. So put Creek there, and then we don't have any light, of course. Kim can't be used, and then we could just use Transpierce. Honestly, pull this way. I think Transpierce will do enough damage to where we don't have to worry about that. Granted, we have to use this one. Transpierce, perfect. And then we also have, we can use Fleche as well. So, honestly, I'm just gonna do a bunch of damage, and we're gonna try and get Meatball done this round. I think we can. I'm not even gonna worry about this. Wang's got plenty of HP, and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna throw as much damage as possible on Meatball without having to worry too much. I don't want to pull away that attack though. So who is doing this? So okay, so we just gotta remember Emma's doing that, so we'll just do Vapor. Once again, do as much as possible. Do the rush. Perfect. We'll pull this back, and then we'll do, I think we said Creek here, and then just call it a day there. Kim shouldn't get hit. We have 2 of these attacking, but honestly, I'm not that concerned with it. Let's just go ahead and play, see what happens. All right, so that's going off. Good. All right, so no one got staggered. Perfect. We're doing max damage to Meatball there. All right, so we got an attack through. He healed a little bit, but not bad. Wang's getting his stuff on. There we go. Deflect. Got some of that smoke damage on there. Perfect. Got the Fleche, so we have the weakened. All right, awesome. So I'm going to turn quick mode off. I was doing that just to kind of speed things up for my sake. So we got 12 on this. Let's go and roll the die. We got Kim back. That's fine. Once again, Meatball is being Meatball and trying to get some stuff there. Honestly, Yield My Flesh. We can just Yield My Flesh over and over again and just call it a day there. We'll go ahead and place down. Who do we want to attack these last? Probably Emma. We don't want Emma to get staggered though, so I might use, I don't really have a lot here. We only extract fuel, so I'm gonna have to use that. Extract fuel could probably deflect one of these, so we can say, hey, pull up 5 and do extract fuel on that one. So we'll have Oscar go last on that. I'm just gonna go and Yield My Flesh for the damage. Granted, on Clash lose. Honestly, that's not terrible. We could go ahead and pull maybe a 3 and have that potentially lose. So I'm gonna say leave those alone. Let's just figure out who's gonna do damage. Guys of the Gears, we can't do any of that. Let's just go and throw that on there and then draw the sword. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of our big damage here. Emma's gonna be taking some of this damage here, and we don't want to attack these, but Emma doesn't really have a way to deflect unless we speed through this, because this is a 4 and a 5. These 5s will go first, and honestly, I'm partial just to focus on Meatball and call it a day there. If Emma doesn't get staggered, Emma will probably get staggered here, but that should be okay. And once again, I'm gonna Yield My Flesh this one, pull that out. We're gonna yield my flesh the 3. And then we'll just say another one on the 3. Call that a day. And then we'll do extract fuel on the 4. Yeah, the bad thing is we don't have light here. We kind of went all in on the last one when we... Yeah, okay, so there's the stagger. Emma's going to get staggered. That's fine. Emma's not dead yet. That's okay. Clash. Okay, we don't want that heal to happen. Okay, we had to yield my flesh. Go through. Can we get a stagger? Yes, we can. All right, so Meatball is stagger, so we can honestly go for the kill in the next turn. And I think we've pretty much done it. I know Emma's staggered, but if we have enough speed die, yeah, especially like right here, we just use... Oh, no, once again, light is our issue. Okay, so Meatball's staggered. We can go draw the sword. We just want to go as fast as possible here. These guys are going to get hit, but they're not going to die. That's fine. We use the smoke. We use the guidance of the gears. Once again, I think we just have plenty of light here to just go ahead and blitz them. I think these guys have plenty of stagger. Yeah, I think we'll be just fine here. They're going to get hit. It's not going to be a problem. Doesn't heal Meatball at all. Their stagger resistance is fine. Don't stagger. There we go. Okay, 59. I can't see what the number is. 41, 64. There it is. All right. Perfect. So yeah, the thing key there was just... Oh, wait. Oh, we got to kill all of these? Ah, okay. So not just killing Meatball. I mean, I'm not too concerned, to be honest. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. It's just we take damage from this, so Emma might get killed. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I mean, we have Wang still alive, so I think that'll be just fine. We'll just have to throw these kind of everywhere. We do Flash the Sun up, and then we can do a draw of the sword to get some light back. Throw some damage at you. You're being attacked. We can use this to gain persistence. I think that'll be okay. And then we can do like Sparking Spear on this one here. Kind of throw everything everywhere. Flash, Clash. We got 1 HP back. Yeah, they take some health. That's fine. Max damage. Oh, come on, Emma, get through that. All right, so they died, but that's okay. We did some damage to them. I still honestly think we're A-okay here. Got some burn on that. That one's dead. Oh, yeah, we're going to be just fine here. I don't think we're going to have any issue taking care of these guys. Yeah, there's one cleaned up. Gabriel probably... Oh, just short. Do we have a burn on that? I didn't see. Ruddled Welts. If Librarian's HP is at 50%, 35% or lower gain, yeah, I mean, sure, we'll throw that on Gabriel. I mean, Gabriel's going to die next round, or this round anyway, probably from the damage, but we have Wayne to kind of clean up here. We'll just throw that there, and then we'll throw Guidance to the gears on this one. And you know what? I was about to hit play, but you know, just in case, let's just do some more damage here. Mend weapon, sure, that'll boost the stagger. This will probably kill. Let's just throw that there, throw one there, and there we go. All right. So, go ahead and clear through that. Come on, Gabriel, get through that. Max damage. There we go. Gabriel's living. Max damage. Wow, wow. Okay, I mean, I guess I didn't, you know, I didn't set up to stagger that, but that's okay. All right, there we go. Victory. I didn't think about... Honestly, didn't believe that those would have to be a problem, because normally I think if we have ads for abnormalities, they don't usually become an issue, but let's get some story for Gebra. Okay, tournament rolling. She can exert as much power as the Red Mist did in her prime. I see myself, but I'd be identical to Callie either. What's the biggest difference between the Red Mist and your present self? You should be able to freely wield ego. We're the only one in the city who can manage such a feat. It's armor that can resonate with your own heart. Who could imagine that? Now I can't handle his ego smoothly anymore. The librarians can only use ego now, right? True, but we aren't in full control of the ego we use. Okay, we just temporarily acquiring it, so it's like when we borrow Fry's ability. Yeah, basically borrowing. Okay. We're not in the state to use them properly. And so the Red Mist was? Extracted from someone else, her sword. So that was, her sword was mimicry. It was extracted from someone else, but the armor was my own ego. It was empowered me greatly. No one could see that coming. Resonate with the mind, your foes must have been helpless. It's not that convenient. It literally links up with your mind. You risk getting consumed by it as well. It kind of reminds me of me and my wife. We've been watching Kaiju number 8, and that kind of reminds me kind of like how their stuff works. And distortion happens if you're gobbled up by it. I suppose so.
에고를 사용할 때마다 나에게 누군가 말을 걸어오는 것 같거든.
Usually it feels like someone was talking to me.
나에게 너무 필요한 말이지만 듣고 싶지 않기도 해.
Okay.
정신을 놓으면
Like raging torrent that can sweep my consciousness away.
난 잘 모르겠군.
I'm sure I felt that because the ego we use here are just by Angela.
밖에 사람들이 에고를 사용할 때가 걱정이지.
I'm also worried about what happened when people out there start manifesting and using ego.
그런 대단한 장비는 누구에게 받은 거야?
Who gave you access to such amazing gear anyway?
카르멘.
Armin, yep, okay.
사람들을 치료하기 위해 연구를 진행했다는 사람이군.
맞아. 카르멘은 둥지
She was from the
출신이었지만
nest. She wasn't afraid to hang out around the
둥지든 안
back
데리고
streets.
쑤시고 다니며 열변을 토했어.
Give her fervent
내가
speech.
볼 때는 곧 죽겠다 싶었지.
Going to keep long if she kept that up, for being
그냥
honest.
내버려 둘 수가 없어서 도와준 건가?
Kept her out of pity or something?
그럴 리가. 대가 없는 자원봉사를 할 정도로 순진하진 않았어.
Okay, so there was some kind of payment involved.
둥지 출신 주제에 도시의 무슨 고통을 안다고 저렇게 열성적인가 싶었던 것뿐이야.
Okay.
도시에서 반복하는 아픔을 끊을 수 있다는 허무맹랑한 소리를 잘도
You can
떠벌렸어.
break the ever-repeating cycle of suffering that goes on the city.
그래서 화가 났어. 저런 샌님이 대체 뭘 안다고 저럴까?
I got mad at some dweeb spouting off like she understood everything.
카르멘에게 직접 쏘아붙였지. 네가
How
뒷골목에
dare you
아픔을
rattle on about
얼마나
that? What do you know about the pain and suffering people in the backstreets go through? I yelled.
울상이라도 지울 줄 알았더니 되레 카르멘은 뻔뻔하게도
She kept a straight face and retorted with a question.
넌 둥지의 아픔에 대해서
What do you know about the pain in the Nestlun?
둥지의 아픔에 대해 알려줄 테니 자신에게 뒷골목의 고통을 알려달라고.
Interesting. Okay. I mean that's fair knowledge.
참으로 뻔뻔했어. 힘도 없이 나대는
And like how she
마음에
acted so
들지
brash for
않아.
someone so weak. Okay.
하지만 그 눈과 목소리에는
Her eyes and
힘이
voice
있었지.
carried a certain energy.
힘이 없는 사람이라도 마음 먹기에 따라 머리까지 능히
Even the weakest people can gain
베어낼
power to
힘을
easily topple the head.
자신이 그 힘과 마음을 얻게 하는 치료를 하겠다고.
She will give everyone the therapy to grant such a power and
관심
mindset.
있으면 와보라며 명함을 줬지.
Uh-huh.
그때 넌
So
색을
this,
부여받기
she
전이었나?
gave Gebra her powers before lobotomy. That was before you got assigned to color, right?
맞아. 2급 해결사였어.
Grade 2 back then.
2급 해결사인데도 그런 사이비 같은 소리에 홀렸다고?
You bought into her borderline cultist hooey. Okay.
아니, 오히려 그랬어요.
I believed in
숱하게
her because I was
사기꾼을
experienced.
만나봤지만 카르멘만은 달랐거든.
But something about Carmen told me she wasn't one of them.
아, 대체 어떤 사람이었던 거야?
What kind of person was she?
그래서 난 카르멘에게 걸어보기로
Had to count on
했어.
Carmen.
이 사람만 지켜낸다면
If I could protect this
세상이
person,
바뀔 수 있을지도
maybe
몰라.
this world might change.
나와 같은 아픔을 겪는 사람들이 한 명이라도
Maybe
적어질 수
fewer
있다.
people will have to suffer the same kind of pain I did.
그래서 자선 사업 수준으로 해결사 일을
Why you
한
work for
거고.
practically free, huh?
말도 안 되는 전설을 써내려 가면서 색도 부여받고.
You did unbelievable things, becoming a living legend and getting a color.
그런 건 다 부수적인 거지.
Those were just extras.
내가 하는 일 자체에 의미가 있는 거.
Doing the meaningful work was enough for me.
역시 강하네. 그리고
Sure, strong and stupidly honest.
그런 소리 많이
Heard that a lot.
들었다.
이런저런 이야기 해줘서
Thanks for
고마워.
the stories, by the way.
담배라도
How
한
about
대
a
피고
cig?
갈래?
Okay, ma'am, that is much smaller than a cigarette comparatively to what's on here.
됐네요. 할 일이 아직 남아서
I guess
말이야.
Cigar or cigarette? Oh, she looks like she's doing a cigarette, but on here it looks like a cigar. I don't know. No thanks. Still got loads of work to do. And there it is. Floor of language. We still have one more to do. You have access to new abnormality pages. So we got meatballs pages. We have absorption. It only wants one thing: our flesh drenched in blood. Once it gets a whiff of the scent, it will pursue us in an instant. Single ally for the duration of the act. Recover 20% of max HP when defeating an enemy. At the start of the scene, gain strength based on the amount of HP the librarian has recovered this act. Okay, 1 strength per 10%, up to 3. So you can do 30%. If you heal up to 30%, then you get strength plus 3. Okay. Laughter. From mountains of bodies, the dead gave life to something. The dead fuse with one another, all smiling. Single ally. When the librarian takes a hit while their HP is 50% or lower, a screech bursts out at 50% chance, up to 3 times per scene. The Screech deals 2 to 5 stagger damage to all enemies and inflicts 1 fragile next scene. And then we have Mountain of Corpses. The more bodies it comes across, the more defined its shape becomes, and it's never satisfied. All librarians except the selected one are immediately killed, okay, when this page is chosen. The selected librarian gains max light capacity, light restoration, strength, protection, and haste proportional to the number of librarians killed for the rest of the battle. Wow, that is a literally all-in page right there. Wow, okay, anyway. So we have finally cleared up all of our floors here, so now we can go back to doing the story. We have the blue reverb here. Oh, there's another question mark here. Interesting. We have the blue reverb here. We're going to go over to this one right here and see what's next on it. We have the Unstable Book of the Crying Children that's needed, and we have 2 acts looks like that we're going to have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, welcome back. So I didn't actually go here. I went on a little bit of a side quest, and we did some general invitations. You can see here that we have Book of Night Owl, Book of the Ujat. That's kind of what we focused on. We did one of these, so through one of these, we got grade 1 fixer Dong Hwan. We got his page. We went over and did 2 more of these, and we got Alan's page. And then finally, we bought the Ujat, which I'm not gonna lie, these guys were tough. They gave me a challenge. It took me 2 tries to get them. And, 2 tries still isn't bad, but they were tougher. Also, I did some testing just while I was kind of playing around with the general invitations. The AI in the game is interesting. They make certainly some interesting choices. If you want to win more consistently, I suggest just not using the auto and just selecting your own things. The AI kind of just, I couldn't find any rhyme or reason of why they would target what they did. Someone else who may have done more extensive testing may know why, but for all intents and purposes, I think the AI just kind of throws pages around and then just calls it a day. But yeah, so if you want to win more consistently, don't use those. But we can see here that we have Alan's page here. We also got some new pages for it, combat pages, and we found them in here. We have some Ujat pages, and of course, from the Night Owls, we have some of their combat pages in here. We also have focused on doing as much Pierce power on Alan as possible. We have Dong Hwan, grade 1 fixer. Dong Hwan has kind of taken the place of Eugen, and that's kind of where we're at on him. We can see that we have Molinet, we have Shoving Stab, Class and Respect, kind of throw that stuff on him. And then honestly, I think Alan might eventually replace Oscar, but for right now, this is kind of what our team is looking like at the moment. We also threw some new stuff on Emma. Emma did require an upgrade. It's about time, so we threw some of the Ujat pages on them, and that's kind of where we're at. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and jump into the invitation here, and I was kind of looking around, and I saw like, okay, yeah, this requires unstable children, but then I looked at this one over here, and I think it requires Lobotomy Corp, and I kind of want to keep seeing what that is. We have one, so, I'm just going to jump in and see what this is. It's in that, and there we go. All right, so you called me here all of a sudden. What's up? Okay, remember when I said we might be able to lure the Bureau of Reverberation using a theoretical book of the Red Mist? Oh, okay, so we're actually going to bait him using a theoretical book? Oh, wait, no, hang on, don't do that. That's a little extreme. Let's not turn Gabra into a book. Okay, there we go. Okay, wouldn't do such a ruthless thing. He thinks the Red Mist left behind, and I could use them to invite the Red Mist in her former glory. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. That sounds like we can get murdered quite easily, but all right. I think I can recreate her somehow. Okay, it can only exist within the bounds of the library.
시뮬레이션 같은 거야?
Basically simulating her. And then we would use that as bait for the blue reverb. All right. We need books to invite guests here. What kind of books are we going to prepare for attracting the Red Mist?
Lobotomy Corporation
And that's why we used a book of Lobotomy Corp. Okay. That's the deal, huh? I get the gist of it. I thought we've used a book of Lobotomy Corp. What have we gotten that has related to Lobotomy Corp? It hasn't been the abnormalities because they've been part of the realizations. I feel like I'm missing something there. I feel like we've used a book of Lobotomy Corp and it hadn't really invited something like that. I plan on limiting certain patron librarians from receiving the Red Mist. Is she too tough for them? That's not the reason, no. With the red mist stomach wielding her blade against those she worked with.
서로 역효과가 날게 분명.
Okay, so are we gonna be locked into using exclusively Roland's floor?
생판 모르는 남이 났다는 거군.
That are ever fight complete strangers?
과거의 붉은 안개라.
It's the past. We need to be facing her in person.
흥미롭네. 기분이 어때?
Intriguing indeed. How does it feel?
설렘보다
Thrilling.
걱정.
It also makes me worried. Fair enough.
뭐야 여기는?
Oh, so this is really, yeah, there's mimicry. This is really interesting. Before, I mean, she's not from the outside. She's just a recreation. The hell is this place?
직접 보는 건 처음이네. 개브라.
For some form, this form, Gebra.
개브라?
What gibberish are you saying, and who are you?
넌 누구?
역시 그렇겠지.
That's a fair reaction. Yeah, she has. Gebra was her lobotomy name.
그럼 칼리라고 부를까?
I'll call you Kali then.
넌 누구야?
Said, who are you?
난 이곳 도서관의 관장이자 사서인
Victim librarian of my role's namesake. I invited you here.
뭐? 도서관?
Library
초대?
invited?
또 이상한 공장이나 실험실 같은.
Am I in
곳에
another
들어오셨나?
weird factory or some shady experimenting
아니,
grounds?
그래도 이상한데. 난 분명 외곽
No,
연구실에서.
wait, that still doesn't make sense. I could have sworn I was inside the laboratory on the fringe of the outskirts. That was okay. So this was when she was at Lobotomy Corp, but this was before she was turned into Gebra, I'm assuming.
지금의 네가 누군지 알아야 하네. 몇 가지
You need to know who
물어볼게.
exactly you are in this moment, so let me ask you a few questions.
카르멘이라는 사람 알아?
Okay, so does she know Carmen at this point?
역시
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so she knows
다른
Carmen.
날개에서 우릴 찍어 누르려고 개수작을 부리는 건가?
So this is her time at Lobotomy Corp before everything went to hell, basically.
그렇게 경계하지 마.
I mean, it was already going to hell, but even more so. There's no need to be so
내
wary.
질문에 대답만 하면 너희가 찾는 답을 알려줄
There's a few
수
questions of
있어.
mine that I can give you the answer you're looking for.
말해봐.
Go ahead.
코기토. 너희가
Cogito.
그토록
Okay, here we
찾아야
go.
코기토를 얻는 방법이 적힌 책을 준비했어.
Okay, so they're looking for Cogito. Angela's promising that they
난
have the
거래를
information.
하고 싶을 뿐이야.
They're going to make an offer.
뭘 원하는데? 미리 말해두지만 허튼
Okay,
짓
yeah,
하는
fair
이곳은 다
enough.
부술 거야.
간단해. 우선 그곳
I
상황을
want to know the
확인하고
current
싶어.
situation of your group.
대답하면 코기토를 얻는 방법
You'll tell me how to get Cogito for
확실히
sure,
알려주는
right?
거지.
당연하지.
Of course.
이곳에는
Mountains of
다양한
books
지식을
containing
가진
various
책이
kinds of
산처럼
knowledge
쌓여 있어.
are stored here.
난 그저 책을 기록하고
I simply record and collect such books.
알았어.
I'll trust you this once. Wow, that was... You know what? That's kind of surprising how quickly she trusted Angela with this, considering kind of how I mean, granted, it's a promise of getting the information on Cogito, so like, I don't know. Feels like that was way too trusting, but...
좋아. 동료 중에
Oh, here we go.
다니엘이란 사람이 있니?
Good, is Daniel among your peers?
그 파란 머리 쇠님이라면
Talking about that blue-haired nerd, then yeah.
그럼 리사는?
Oh, Lisa. Oh, this was after Enoch died. Okay. She's with us.
있어.
Yeah, that had to be after Enoch died.
에녹은 실험이 실패해서
Yep.
시체를 보관
Enoch's
중이지.
corpse is in a storage after experiment on him went wrong, if I'm correct. Yep.
엘리야는
Oh, this is so
아직도
interesting from
그곳에서
this
일하고 있나?
perspective. Elijah is still naturally working there.
그래.
Yes.
붉은 안개가 전설을 써내려가고 있을 시기네.
It must be when the Red Mist was writing her own legend.
에녹의 죽음으로 시리에 빠진
The time when she struggled to protect the
동료를
grief-stricken
지키고자
Carmen
고군분투한 그 시절 말이야.
and protect from outside threats.
나도 안타까워서 어쩔
Oh, how
줄
pitiful.
모르겠네.
Her word described how unfortunate your situation was.
다들 조마조마한 마음으로 카르멘 눈치
Every researcher in
보고
Carmen's
연구를
team
하겠지.
must have been walking on eggshells, cautious not to hurt her further with with words. That's Benjamin Netzak. What was Netzak's name? Oh, what was his name? Can't remember. And then that's A.
앞에서는 위로하지만
So we're missing
뒤에서는
Bina. Enoch's dead. Yeah, okay.
말은 그럴싸하게 했으면서 연구에 진짜
Started working on a project with her convincing speeches. Okay.
선을 말하며
Don't you find her
묵묵히 악을
hypocrisy
행하는 그
of the
모습.
demurely perpetuating
정말
sins?
가증스럽지 않아?
Okay.
야.
My patience has its limits. I mean, I'm sure like Angela is kind of like saying Angela knows everything, especially the Kelly doesn't know who this one is.
만약 코기토 구하는 방법을 제대로 안 알려준다면 지금 그 말은 그냥 넘기지
Okay.
않을 거야.
Getting violent.
우리의
You
노력을
have no right to make mockery of our efforts or her
카르멘의
sincerity.
마음을 비웃을 자격 따위 없어.
자격이라.
No, right, you say. Look, she doesn't know Angela. It's all right. Never mind. I suppose that's too
내가 너무
hostile of me.
나이스했네. 지금의 너에게
Oh,
이런
she's
말을
learning.
해도 의미
I won't even
없는데.
get anything from saying such bitter things to you now.
순순히 사과할 줄도 아는군.
Just you have the heart to apologize.
인정할 건 인정할 뿐이야.
I know when to admit my faults. That's all.
칼리.
Let me ask you one
하나만 물어볼게.
question.
뭔데?
What is it?
난 이곳을 지키며 여러 해결사의 모습을 봤어.
I've seen many sides of fixers while taking care of this place.
그리고 그 대부분은 돈과 명예로
Most of them are
움직였지.
motivated by wealth and fame.
하지만 넌 달라.
But you're different.
돈 따위가 아니더라도 카르멘을 그리고
You're willing to
연구소에
protect
있는
Carmen and
모두를
everyone else in
지키려고
her
했으니까.
laboratory.
나도 자원봉사를 하는 건 아니거든.
Not exactly a charity worker, you know.
그럼 어째서 그럴 수 있어? 자신에게 들어올 이익이 없는데
How do you do it then? How do you bring yourself to
아무것도
help
따지지
them
않고 도울 수 있는 이유가
when you
뭐야?
have nothing to gain from it?
지금 사람 놀리는 거야? 진짜 궁금해서 물어보는 거야?
This was becoming taunt, or are you actually curious?
처음에는 네 그 모습이 한심하다고
Though your behavior was
생각했어.
pathetic at first, you had the power to earn anything for which everyone strove. So I wondered why you would bother taking the path no one else would.
정말 단편적으로 봤을 때 이야기였지. 결국 넌 남는
You would
게
take
하나도
nothing in
없잖아.
the end.
하지만 그건 네가 한심한 게 아니라 내가 많이 알지
But then my lack of
못하는
knowledge
것으로
is
보인다는
hindering my
생각이
assessment of
들었어.
you.
본인에게 직접 이야기를 들으면 나도 생각이
Okay.
바뀌지 않을까
Thought my
싶어서.
impression of you might change if I heard answers from you directly.
내게 남는 게 없다고?
You think I'm getting the short end of the stick, huh?
그래.
I
그들은
do.
돈과 명예라도 남지.
What will
너는
you have
이
gained
끝에
out of
뭐가
this?
남아? 그 끝이 좋지 못하다고 해도 보답받지 못한다고 해도
Okay,
네.
even
계속 이 일을 할
with the
수
result
있어.
that ends up happening.
아니야. 어쨌든
Disregard that.
그만큼 이 일에 가치.
Is your job truly worth it?
눈에 보이는 돈 따위
Okay,
기대하고
doesn't
있지
expect
않아.
money or anything.
이 끝에서 기대하고 있는 건 오직 하나지. 카르멘의 목표에 닿을
She just
수
wants
있다는
Carmen's
것.
purpose of coming to
아마
fruition.
함께하는 모두가 같은 생각일 거야.
That's all I want is for Carmen's goal to be
그
completed. That's all I
과정에서
wanted.
끔찍한 일을 당하거나 죽는다 해도 그들을 원망하지
I don't
않아.
resent them if I suffered something awful and died at the process.
부족한 나를 질책하면 했지.
Okay, I blame myself for being incapable.
이 일을 할 수 있는 건 그리고 날이 갈수록 굳세어질 수 있는
The
건
reason I can do this and become more stalwart for every day that passes is because you wouldn't even understand if I told you, because you never saw it.
그 눈빛과
The strength in her
목소리에 담긴
eyes
힘을.
and voice. So it's just Carmen was a really, I wouldn't say influential, but she had something, a spirit about her, I guess.
이 정도까지만 하자.
And the thing is, Angela never got to see it because Angela is based off Carmen, because, you know, Carmen was dead after Angela. So Angela never got to understand, I guess, why A strove so hard at the end of Lobotomy, like through the entire Lobotomy Corporation.
형식상이지만 규칙은 알려줄게.
What was the word I'm looking for? Lobotomy Corp. Geez, my brain just absolutely got fried. Anyway, Lobotomy Corp timeline. Sure, that's enough. I'll explain the rules as the matter of
저
form.
문 너머에
The book containing the method
거기
of checking
도치
Kakido
철강물에
lies
담긴
beyond that
책이
door.
있어. 책을 얻으려면
From that book, you'll have to
네
fight with
목숨을
your
걸고
life
싸워야
on the
할 거야.
line.
네가 죽으면 책이 되고
If you die, you'll become a book
반대로
yourself.
살아남으면
And if you
책을
survive,
가지고
you can
돌아갈
return to
수
your friends
있지.
with that book in hand.
어때?
Well, do you agree to the
동의해?
terms?
역시
You're
쉽게
giving away for
알려주지
free,
않는다.
huh?
오히려 이런 방식이 뒤탈 없어서 좋지.
I'm all for this kind of measure, actually. Doesn't leave any further trouble.
동의할 테니
I agree, so open up that
문이나요.
door.
생각보다 잘
You're trusting me
믿어주네.
more easily than I thought.
똥인지 된장인지
Well,
가릴
the
여유가
time it's-
없거든.
Okay, yep, sure, yep,
한시라도 빨리
that's a phrase,
도움을
sure.
주고 싶으니까.
I want to be the help. I want to help them as soon as I can.
물론 거짓말일
It turns
경우
out to be a lie.
물론이고
So you're going down with this place.
더 날뛸 줄 알았는데.
Good, I like your composure. I was expecting you to be a bit more rampageous.
그럼 칼리.
Then Callie, may you find your book in this place. This is such an interesting interaction. I like this. Was not expecting to go that direction. You may control patron librarian Bina. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. We can use Bina for this fight. So Angela, you can actually use this because Bina and Callie already have a thing, kind of like, oh, wait a minute. She has her own, oh, this is kind of like a gimmick fight. All right, cool. All right, so let me go get things set up and then we'll jump into Callie's fight. Okay, so this is the setup we're going to try this with. We have the red mist page. We have Callie. Restore 1 additional light and draw 1 more page each scene. When HP drops to 350, fully recover stagger resist and manifest ego. Oh boy. HP cannot drop below 350 before it occurs. After losing ego manifested status, regain it in 3 scenes. If a character enters a new... After having manifested ego, this reception manifests it on the 2nd scene. Retaliate, gain a counter die, slash 4 to 8 at the combat start. Ugh. Choose the speed die with the lowest value. The speed dies of the dice change to the maximum possible value. We have upstanding slash, lots of damage. If 8 or more damage was dealt with this page, draw 1 page and reduce the cost of all their upstanding slashes. Ugh. Okay, spear. If 8 or more damage was dealt with this page, draw 1 page and reduce the cost of all other spears by 1. Level slash. If 8 or more damage was dealt, so same thing there. And then level slashes by 1, same thing as upstanding slash. Focus spirit, gain 3 strength, do a bunch of defense. Greater split vertical, destroy a combat page set on another random speed die of the target. 20 to 30. How in the world am I supposed to deflect any of this? Mass summation. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be a tough fight, but let's go ahead and try it. We have Bina, surely. Oh, whoa, this is cool. I don't know if this is a Bina thing or what, but I like it. All right. So infinity. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'm glad we have that kind of speed going on. So what is Bina's deal here? Seal a speed dive target for the next scene. On hit. Oh, Bina's ranged. Oh, cool. Okay. So ranged. So sealing a speed die is gonna be very handy. What if we wait? Can we seal 2? Is that a thing we can do? Seal 2. Okay, so Bina's getting maxed. We can't pull that away, so maybe we don't want to seal that. Maybe we just want to do restore 1 light. Increases the cost of target's pages whose original cost is 4 or higher by 2. I don't think Callie's got any that are that high. Mass individual. Give 3 protection to all allies this scene. Ooh, okay. Can't use that because it's 5. We don't have that kind of power yet. I could try to seal off another speed die, which honestly I might do. And then we can't pull that away. Callie's just gonna, or Bina's just gonna hit by that. Inflict 3 bleed next scene on Clash win. We have a 7 here. I don't think anyone's higher than 7, so like we just have to defend with this. We do have defense. We have our counter die, but we're not gonna be using it. I think we just use Puppet Blockade and call it a day, and then move on from there and just do as much damage as possible. I'm gonna save that counter die. And then we'll just restore 2 light. Actually, no, not restore 2 light. It's a little too much. Let's do restore 1 light. Oh, boy. If the natural roll of the defensive die is max, add pierce die roll. Okay, so we have that. We could do mend weapon in this. Enough. That's a good amount of damage. Or we just do prod the weak on Clash Win, inflict 1 bind. That's on Clash Win, and we're not clashing, so I'm going to save that. We're going to use mend weapon for that. So let's just go ahead and use... Let's just... Gain +1 power there, bold attack. Call that a day. We won't use mid weapon. We won't use extract fuel. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and get the extract fuel going. We're not clashing, so I don't think I want to use that. On Clash Win, we're not clashing. Inflict 2 bleed. Yeah, sure, let's do that. We'll inflict 2. And we'll just do that. We'll use one of these and draw 1 page. So let's do that. Let's roll with it. So we're gonna seal. Now that's the next. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, it doesn't seal this turn, but it'll seal next turn. Bina barely took any damage whatsoever, though. That's kind of cool. Max damage, okay, cool with that. Good with that. Sure. Max damage, 12. Cool. Honestly, I probably should have brought Wang. I didn't think about that. Wang probably would have been better. But I want to try out our new guys, too. Okay, so 2 got sealed. Perfect. Okay. So this is the only one that's not sealed. We're having a 10 and a 9. That's perfectly fine on Clash Win. Let's throw that there. That's okay. That's the last thing we're gonna do. We're not gonna use that. We'll just do restore 2 light. We'll just throw that on a sealed die. Throw that there when we're done. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we don't even have to worry about that. So we'll just throw that on sealed dies and call it a day and do as much damage as possible. A Clash Win? No, it is technically. Because a Clash can still be one side. No, that's not how that works. I think, maybe. Yeah, so we want to use restore 2 light. Let's do that. And then we just draw the sword to get our max light back. Degrading fairy, restore 2 light, inflict 1 fairy. Do we have, okay, so yeah, let's restore 2 light. We don't have any zeros on Bina. We can keep the sealed. Inflict 3 fairy to target, so we're not worried about that. We're gonna get Bina's back. If Singleton, draw 3 pages, which we will be. It is Singleton. Do we want to do anything else here? We're not clashing on Clash Win. Or we could inflict 1 yeah, let's do that actually. And then we can't mend weapon, but I think we'll honestly be a-okay. Or no, let's hold that. Let's get the endurance here. And let's just do draw 3 pages so we have more options. And then yeah, let's do that. All right. So clashing, good. That's fine. Oh, did I mess with the clash? I think I may have messed with the clash. That's fine. We're doing really, really good damage. We got bleed. What I'm concerned about though, okay, on Clash Win, so we got the endurance, good. All right, so now we're here. We're no longer sealed, which is scary. This is very terrifying. We don't have any more seals, so we have restore 1 light on, let's see. Increase the cost of target's pages whose original, so we're not doing that. She doesn't have any that's really that high. Mass individual will give 3 protection to all allies. I think I'm gonna do that this scene. Let's go ahead and throw that here. I'm just gonna do mass individual. Inflict 1 feeble this scene. Now, do we want to do that? What was I using? Degrading shockwave. 5 to 9, 3 to 8. We're gonna do 3 protection on all allies. That uses all of Bina's. That's fine. That's okay. Is there anything we want to clash with here? Maybe. I think we could possibly clash with one of these. And we'll do draw of the sword. That's the infinity one. We can't really block that one. So that's 3-8, 3-7, and 3-7. I think, oh, we don't have light. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's fine. We'll throw that there, and then we'll do a weight up to restore some light. We'll just throw the weight up at the infinity because there's nothing we can do at that. That's okay. Emma, can we do a counter die here? Maybe. Granted, the counter die is only really going to be useful if Emma's being attacked heavily, so I don't think that's great. If we can pull 1 attack away and just... You're throwing this at... That's Molinet. That's okay. We can't really pull this away. There's not really any good options here for Emma. I think I might pull this away and just let Molinet go through and just do the damage. Because we'll still inflict the 2 fragile, so I think I still want to do that. We're going to hold Repless Flesh and save our light. Yeah, there's nothing else we can do there. So we'll do the mass summation. Didn't do great there, but I think we're supposed to still get the protection. Yeah, we got the 3 protection, good. We do some damage, not the best. All right, so then we'll get through there. Deflect that, perfect. So we got the extra bonuses there. That's the counter die, that's fine. Max damage, Bina's honestly... Also, I like how evil Bina's looking in that scene. That is incredible. Okay, Bina's taking a lot of damage here. It's okay. Oh, we didn't get the clash there. We didn't win the clash. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm going to get to the point where we move Callie over into phase 2, and we have 3 infinity dies going on, and we have some major attacks. So, yeah, I'm just going to try to get to the lower part of this. Actually, you know what? I want you guys to see this stuff, so let's do that first. So we got the infinity going on. Oh, the 3rd protection doesn't go through, though. Oh, we want to save the protection for that phase. And we could have increased, increase the cost of the target's pages whose original cost is for higher for the next scene. So this, we should have used last turn, I guess. We could restore 2 light. That's all we could do here is restore 2 light. And we're going to be absolutely obliterated. Oh boy. The target's current die cannot be recycled. Okay, so they doesn't have anything that will be recycled. We can't do anything here. So the best thing we can do is restore some light, and then hope that Bina doesn't die. We're not gonna get a stagger here, and we can 2 infinities. Oh, that's not cool. Come on, Callie. On Clash, when inflict 1 bind, I would like to ideally do that. So let's go ahead and throw this one here, and we might as well do that. Oh, granted, if we don't block that, we're absolutely destroyed. I mean, we can't block that. So we're just gonna have to take the full force of it, and we might as well get the bonus from doing that. Extract fuel. Let's just go ahead and restore the light there. She's not doing anything on this die, so we're just going to throw that there. Emma, once again, I would just throw as much damage as possible. We'll keep Repless Flesh for an emergency. And honestly, I want to save our light here, but yeah, I think that's the best we can do. Yeah, let's just run it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Ooh, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Okay, so we're getting through that. Good. Okay, yep. Oh, there's an animation with it, and I'm glad I didn't cut that out because I'm sure you guys would want to see that. All right. We're not doing bad. The health is hurting. We still haven't got the ego phase yet, so that's... Oh, geez, and it's just getting worse and worse. Oh, boy. And we don't have the seals, do we? Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to see if I can get to the second phase. I'll bring you guys back to it. All right. So, the Red Mist makes her return. Have Gebra manifest ego of the Red Mist during this fight. And I'm terrified. Using all possible light that she has. And, yeah, mass summation. Let's see what we can do here. I doubt we're going to be able to live. But, hey, you never know. All right. So, I've got both of my cats on my desk, and she's in the way, but that's all right. Restore 1 light. Inflict 2 bleed. I mean, restore 2 light. Yeah, sure. Let's throw that there. That's all we can do there. Mass summation on this one. Can we get... Okay, so Bino doesn't have a lot of light. That's unfortunate. We're definitely not going to get enough on the mass summation. Inflict 5 bleed next scene. And, oh, yeah, Bina's probably going to get destroyed. Honestly, probably moving this here. And I wish I could get this attack off, but I can't. So let's just throw as much as we can. Pump a blockade. We'll throw that there. We can't pull that 7 away. Mass summation. If singleton, no. We really don't have a lot of options here. Will the prescript is going to be our best bet there. And we can't boost it. We probably, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and use... No, we don't have it yet. So let's go use singleton. Let's do as much damage as possible. We want to try and get... We'll go ahead and do restore 1 light as well. or Bina here is not gonna do great. Bina is honestly probably in a bad situation. I don't think Bina's gonna live. I could be wrong. I'm being hopeful, but you know, hey, who knows? We're gonna throw one. Actually, I think, yeah, restore 2 lights. So let's do that. Just inflict bleed. Let's just throw as much as we can. We're gonna die. It's gonna happen. There's mimicry. Got some cutscene. Lots of. Oh, okay, all right. We somehow lived through some of it. That you're dead. You're not living. You're completely dead. Yep. Okay. Fatal 62. Good stuff. Somehow Emma lived. I don't know how Emma lived. Did we lose 2 people? No. Okay. We didn't lose 2 people, but oh boy. We didn't even get to attack, did we? Well, Bina's alive. Okay, seal speed die. This is what we need. All right. So this is going to be 610. All right, so seal speed die. This is probably our best bet. The greatest shockwave for the next turn. So let's throw... We have to pull some of these away from Emma. So 6 and 6, we can't pull those away from Emma. It's just Emma's probably going to die here. We can pull away one of these. We can throw... So let's hang on. Let's think about this here. Let's go ahead and do degraded chain here. Degraded chain on this one to pull away the attack. Emma is gonna die. There's nothing we can do about that. We can't pull it away. We can... There's no clashes here. Shall we? Yeah, there's no really point in doing this. Inflict? Yeah, I mean... We can just throw what we can. Draw with the sword. Wow, we have an unfortunate set of pages here. Oh, that's so bad, man. We gotta get some fairy on you. We did restore two lights. So let's go and throw fairy on there as well. Yeah, Emma's just gonna get hit by attacks. There's nothing we can do there. Oh, come on, Bina, live. We need you. All right. So counter die. And Bina staggered. Well, that's unfortunate for us. Yep. All right, Emma's dead. Saw that one coming. So yeah, we're gonna, just do some slight damage withdrawal of the sword. Yeah, sure. All right, 286. Bina's absolutely destroyed. All right, fair enough. We didn't get even seal any of her die. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, well, we're gonna throw 2 of those on there and just call it a day. I think we're gonna be able to bring in some of our other floors here. I feel terrible because they're kind of jumping to a fight that is already intense. They're gonna show up like, why have y'all thrown us into this pit? All right, Act 1 cut on the floor philosophy. Do we get to... Okay, we do get to go again. There's the red mist. All right, so how is this gonna... we can just throw our gunners in there and just say, hey, good luck. Honestly, yeah, we also have unstable page of the crying children here. Do we have any other floors we can throw here? We have just Sod's floor. We have Wang and Oscar. Do we have any other pages that are going to be very beneficial here? Salvador, Baby. I may have to make some. We have Kim. We can throw Kim in there. I might have to make some. Oh, wait. Can we just. No, we can't. I might have to make some pages. Let me go see if I can make a couple pages real quick. Okay. Honestly, I'm just going to try our team here that's going to try. You know, I'm actually going to swap out this because I want to try and burst down. So we want to take the one from Malkuth and put it there. I got to find it first. So let's see. Malkuth. Nope, not what I'm looking for. Where's Malkuth's page at? Because I want to remove that from her. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. We're going to try these four. This is kind of the replacement for our, you know, hey, fire line. Try to finish off as fast as possible. So, you know what? Let's just throw them in the... Oh, wait, she turned back. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so this is one of the situations where I'm going to use... Well, no. Hang on. Roll it back. Hang on, I want to see what all these pages are. Let's actually play the game properly. All right, so we have a 6 here. Overcharge. Gain 10 charge and become immobilized next scene, but we do a ton of damage. And then we have single, you just take the shot. Honestly, do we just want to overcharge? Focus Spirit. Let's just gain 10 charge and become immobilized. We have a counter die. Yes? Because if we pull away one of these, we're technically going to have... Yeah, let's do that. I like that. So we'll let you do your thing. And we'll have indiscriminate shots. We're going to save that immobilized for when we have multiple attacks on us. So use incriminating shots. We'll just throw that there. And we'll use take the shot. We're just going to do as much damage as possible over this amount of time. We might as well use overcharge on... No, we don't want 2 people being immobilized. Let's just throw some indiscriminating shots because we might... No, there's no way we're going to get that. You're just going to get hit. That's fine. And we'll do take the shot on you. And then we'll just do incriminating shots as well. Or indiscriminating shots and then take the shot as well. Let's just see how much damage we can do. I don't think we have our ego pages yet because, of course, this floor has not manifested the... Oh, yeah, there's the damage. That's what I like to see. So we're 207, 190. Golly, I love the firing line group. They make me so happy. They do so much damage over time. 133, 128. Oh, I love that. That makes me so happy. And then we're just doing a ton of damage here. And there's the counter, but the counter didn't go through. That's okay. That's okay. All right, so she only... Oh, never mind. I was like, oh yeah, she only gets the ego once. No, come on, Stapes. What do you think was gonna happen? Oh, we're going straight into the summation. Yes, I love it. Okay, so we want the summation to be here because that's gonna be a lot. We want the overcharge because oh no, we don't have the overcharge. No. Oh boy, is our fire? Are we gonna lose because I got too greedy? Oh no. I mean, we might as well throw this at here, right? Oh, I wish I had enough for the overcharge. We needed to use take the shot. Just throw that there. Oh, no. We don't have enough for this. All right, well, just throw them into the fire. Let's... Oh, boy. Are y'all going to die immediately? Is that how this is going to work? Okay, yep, just counter our shots. That's cool. That's, you know, just casual red mist deflecting bullets. Did 2 of those guys just die? Hang on, wait. And when hit, inflict 1... No, we don't want that. The combat page with the highest cost in hand is chosen. And then upon winning a clash, deal bonus stagger damage. Oh, sure, why not? We'll throw that here. So we got 2 people available. All right, so, ooh. Okay, so we can actually do overcharge. No, because we have no light. All right, that's fine. Flame ammunition, exhaust when used on discarded on exhaust on hit range combat pages in this scene inflict 2 burn. So we do like flame ammunition and then throw indiscriminate shots. We'll just, you know what, we're just gonna throw everything at her. We're just not gonna worry about it. We're not pulling away of that. We're gonna go for it. Indiscriminate shots, we don't have it. Overcharge, we don't have it. You just don't have enough light to use this. Usually, yeah, let's just use overcharge. Let's just see, can we pull one of these? No, we can't pull any of these attacks. So let's just use overcharge and try to take her out. I think that's the best thing we can do here. You can't attack. Indiscriminate, okay, there we have the counter time. Going through it, 65. 60, oh yeah, we don't have enough damage for this. You're gonna get staggered, just don't die on me. Okay, that's fine. We have 3 more. Max damage, come on. Get the stagger, get the stagger. 32? Oh, it's not enough. Okay, we had someone come back, though. For 3 scenes, recover 50% max HP at the end of the scene. If Librarian hits 3 times while effect is active, lose 25. Ugh. Game match light status. Okay, let's do that. Let's throw it on you. Who's getting absolutely bodied this turn? Everybody. Excellent. And you, yeah, that's right. You were overcharged. Oh boy. Honestly, I think we just need to try to end it. Yeah, that's not gonna attack. We could overcharge this. We'll get a counter die. Yeah, let's try that. Let's overcharge. A little risky, but we can also use indiscriminate shots as well. Same here. We can use overcharge and take the shot. Granted, it's only one attack coming at you. Or we just go ahead and use indiscriminate shots and then take the shot because I think... Yeah, let's just roll it. Oh, that counter die, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm enduring all of the shots. Okay. Yeah, blocking that. Blocking that. Gets hit. Doesn't die. That's the bonus. It gets staggered. Okay. Oh, it just immediately staggers us through the overcharge. That's unfortunate. Oh, 22 health. Come on, man. So what is... Okay, what's going on with the counter die? Because it doesn't look like she has any counter dies on her... Retaliate again. Oh, at combat start. That's right. Which kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of these fire line builds. Okay, on hit. That's just not going to work. We're going to get absolutely destroyed there. Unfortunately, I think we lose this. I don't think there's much we can do here. Because, like, she's going to counter that. We can't do anything there. Yeah, that's going to absolutely destroy us. We can't attack. Yeah, you're dead. Oh, both of you are dead. Defeat, axe 1 cut. So how many attempts do we get at this? Because she's at 18. Or was that it? I'm going to be... Is that it? Oh, boy. Come on, one more. Give me one more. Oh, we get one more? No way. Okay. Oh, and I like how she's going, like it's slaughtering each of our floors. Oh, that's fun. All right. Who can we take? I think we'll be fine with the group that we have, but I'm going to take one just in case. Who do we have? Salvador, you're not available. Olga, yeah, Olga, it's time for you to shine. Let's throw Olga in here. All right, guys, she doesn't have that much health. You can do it. 16 health. I believe in you guys. I'm going for Wang. Let's just vapor. Just throw everything. Yeah, sure, go for that. 6 Molinet. We could use yield my flesh, but you know, it's extract 2. Yeah, let's just get just in case we somehow do not block this. With 3, that's can we even block that? 0, yeah, sure, do that. We'll have Olga do Fierce Onslaught and gamble on the Infinity. Just just hit her once, guys. That's all I need. Just one hit. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna get hit. You're taking the damage. Okay, you're fine. Your sacrifices need to be made. Okay, block the counter die. 4 damage. Come on. There it is. 0. Okay, Book of the Red Mist obtained. Wow. Okay, Bina has logged in. Complete as a reception with Bina offering her assistance. Wow, what a fight. Okay. Well, guys, we beat the Red Mist. Book of the Red Mist, we got 4 of them. Curtains closed. And for the end of it, hang on, let's get through the story. That big red sword and enclosed Red Mist was wielding were Ego, right? The Crimson Sword was a prototype Ego that was luckily extracted. It can only be extracted through someone's gruesome death, so, you know, mimicry. We've seen all what mimicry can do. Only Callie could wield it properly. And her coat. That's the Red Mist's own ego manifested from Callie herself. That's how powerful a manifested ego is. That might flip over the whole food chain of the city. Probably realized by now, but not all ego have equal amounts of strength. Rather, it'd be more accurate to say that few people can draw as much power from ego as Callie could. In terms of purity alone, the sword she used to wield was of noticeably low quality, considering it was a prototype. What if she had a high quality one? Man, she'd be unstoppable. That was supposed to be low quality. Yeah, same Roland. But do you get the picture now about the whole relationship between the distortion, ego, and abnormalities? Yes, I'm finally starting to see it clearly. Originally, the light that radiated during the event, known as the White Nights and Dark Days, should have shone over the city for 7 days straight, not 3. Oh! So if it did happen, everyone would be able to manifest ego. I don't know how good that would be. That seems like everyone would just start slaughtering each other.
세상과 싸울 힘을 얻는 거야.
They would have earned the power to challenge the world.
그리고 발현한
It may have been
에고가
possible for some to lose the ego they manifested,
그곳에
but no
침식해
one would have been
환상체가
taken over
되지는
by their own
않았을
ego
거고.
and become abnormalities. Okay, so I guess, I mean, everyone had full control.
그렇다면 뒤틀림이라는
But
건
then the distortion is
나로 인해 계획이 무너져
the plan was thwarted
빛은
because of me,
산뜻하게 바라지
which is why the
못했어.
light could only radiate for 3 days.
그 결과 불안정한 힘이 퍼졌고
Unstoppable powers were spread as a result, incubating other possibilities.
뒤틀림을 통해 발현한 환상체는
Okay, abnormalities manifested through distortion are slaves, are shelves, not selves that have been lost control.
에고에 먹힌 거지.
They were consumed by their own egos, so to speak.
에고와 환상체는 종이 한 장 차이니까.
After all, there's a fine line between ego and abnormality.
뒤틀림이든 에고든 발생하는
Okay, what's the
조건은
prerequisite for the phenomenon?
그 무엇에도 구애받지 않고 자신이
Only those who
진정으로
strive to
원하는
accomplish what they
관찰하는 거야.
sincerely desire, unbound by any obstacles, will be able to manifest and wield their power.
하지만 도중에 꺾이거나 절망을 자각할 때 자아가 흔들리며 그 감정을 받아들이지
Okay.
못해서 뒤틀림이 발생하는 것 같아.
In their ends in frustration or is faced with such despair that one's ego is shaken and their emotions twisted to an unbearable degree. The distortion seems to arise from the overwhelmed self.
열망이 강하며 순수할수록 뒤틀림이 더 커지는 구조고.
Okay. The stronger the pure desire is, the greater the distortion becomes. That's my speculation so far.
그렇다면 이상한데
Something that doesn't line up.
도시에서 꿈이 꺾이고 절망하는 놈들이 한두
There'd be
명이겠어.
tons of folks in the city who give up their dreams to fall to despair.
지금 도시는 환상체나 에고를 발현한 자들로
What you're saying is
뒤덮여
correct. The
있어야
city should be crowded with abnormalities and ego bearers by now.
그래서 말했잖아.
Did I make it clear?
자신이 진정으로 원하는
It only manifests for those who pursue their own sincere desires.
그럼 말은 되네.
That makes more sense.
도시에서 자신을 위한 꿈을
There's next to
꾸는
no one in the
사람이
city who
누구일지.
dreams for themselves.
행복보다는 적어도 불행하지만 말자는
Most of the
생각으로
conformist
살까.
mindset are just avoid misfortune in their lives rather than chasing after their own happiness.
날개, 조직,
Being wings,
해결사
syndicates, or fixers.
모두 어디론가 달려도
People are all headed
목적지는
to a
자신이
destination they
정한 게
probably
아닌
didn't
거야.
set themselves.
철저히 자신을 위해 살아가는
The power will only be granted to
이기적인
selfish beings who live strictly for their own good.
이기주의자.
Egoists, some may say.
자격도 안 된 놈들이
I like this
힘을
icon
얻는
better
것보다는
than having unworthy
이런
scum
기회가
gain the power
마음에
they don't deserve.
넌 그럼 이렇게 될 줄
They
알고
sabotaged the plan
그
knowing
기회가
that would
많은 거야.
happen.
설마
No way.
난
I
그냥
simply
죽기
didn't want to
싫었을
die. I wanted to live. I wanted to
살아서
take my
복수하고
revenge.
싶었어. 그뿐이야.
That's all there was to it.
계획이 끝나는 대로 난 정지할
It was meant to be
예정이었는데
shut down at the end of the plan.
너무 억울했어.
It galled me so
그래서
much,
빛을
so I
빼앗고
stole the light and embraced it.
받아들였지. 웃기게도 빼앗은 빛이 완전하지 않아서
Because the light I'd taken for
환상체와
myself
함께
wasn't quite
도서관에
whole.
갇혔지만
I got myself trapped in this library. I created it along with abnormalities, funnily enough.
난 기계의 몸에 새겨진 명령에 따라
The orders ingrained in my
이곳을 벗어날
robotic
수
body have
없었어.
disallowed me from leaving here.
그렇다면 책과 초대장은
That's the case. You've been collecting books using the invitation
뿌려진
for
빛을 다시 거두는 과정이야.
to retrieve the light that was scattered across the city.
너라면 눈치챘을 거야.
You likely most have noticed
이곳에
something
오는
different about the
손님들은
guests that have
뭔가
come here.
다르다고.
내가 아는 도시 사람들과
They had dreams of some sort. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, it's all making sense. Unlike the city folk I've known,
묘하게 정에
they're
휘둘리니까
easily carried away by affection or friendship too,
빛에 의해 영향을 받은 사람들인 거야.
as they were influenced by the light.
그것도
Strong
강하게
believe that.
받은 사람들.
빛의 중심에
I mean, they were
더
close to the pillar of
가까이
light.
아니,
Not quite.
빛은 모든 사람에게
The same seed of
똑같은
light was
영향을 줬지.
planted in the heart of every person,
더 강하게
but some have
기회의
greater
잠재력을
potential to
지닌
grow.
사람이 있어.
It became more powerful than others.
초대장은 그 사람들을 가장
The invitation has been
필요한
calling them
순간에
over
도서관의
here at
손님으로
the moment
초대하고
we
있던
need
거.
them most.
그리고
As we scrape together the incomplete fragments of light, I look forward to obtaining a book at the end of the road guided by the invitation. So really, that concept, Angela's recollecting the light that was spread and then getting it for herself, all to herself. Kinda greedy. The one book holding the power of the complete, undivided light will be the book that will give freedom to me and all librarians that reside here. Okay, not just her, she's thinking about the librarians too. Okay. It will let me live as a human.
기계답게 살라는 말 따위.
I don't have to bear with others dictating me to behave as a machine anymore.
잊고 싶은 것을
She looks sad.
잊고 살 수 있어.
I'll be able to forget things I want to erase from my memory.
그 과정과 결과에 대해 별다른 책임감이나 죄악감
Because you're not feeling any kind of
같은 건
responsibility or guilt for what you've done and are trying to reach the goal.
당연하지.
Of course not. I have to seize everything with my own hands. I
자신의
can't
손으로
expect
거머쥘
anyone
수밖에
else
없는
to
거야.
do it for me.
난 내 것만
But to
소중히
cherish
여기며
that
살아갈
what is
거야.
mine and only mine as I live my life.
몰라?
It's precisely as you said
네가
before, Roland.
말했듯이
Everyone has their
전부
share of personal
각자의
affairs and
사정다는 게
woes.
있으니까.
The bereaved
빼앗긴
have
적이
no
나쁜
one
거지.
but themselves to blame.
오직
Solely for yourself, huh?
자신만을 위해서라.
All right, Roland, what's going on? The patron librarian of philosophy, Bina, is now available. Oh, cool. Okay, so that lets us unlock Bina. Oh, that's awesome. Wait. Oh, can Bina not use go back without saving changes? No, Bina can only use her stuff. Interesting. I kind of like that. But at the same time, I mean, I wonder, wait. Are they all eventually gonna get their own thing? I wonder. Oh, that's cool. All right, so the way I want to end this episode is I want to see what kind of pages we're gonna get from doing the red mist. So let's go ahead and just, I'm gonna use 3 of them right now because I don't know if we need to hold on to one or not. We can see the, you know, Bina's symbol in the back. All right, so, oh, we got the red message page. Okay, so I was wondering if you were gonna be able to get this. Legendary. Only Gebra can, oh, that's how they work. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Only Gebra can equip this. Unique ego becomes accessible. At emotion level 4 above, the combat page manifest ego is added to hand. Oh, cool, man. So now we can use Gebra. Oh, does that mean during abnormality fights? Yes. I mean, granted, it's, you know, we're only gonna use one of them, but Gebra can use this. Where's, yeah, no, that's unstable crying children. Where is it? Key page star? Where's the red mist? Yeah, there's the red mist equip. Oh, but we can, oh no, yeah, okay, here's all the focus spirits and stuff. Okay, so we can kind of make her own here. Well, I will do that next episode. It looks like we have probably the realization of the floor of language that we're also gonna be doing. Wow, man. All right, guys, that's gonna be the end of this episode. It's probably a little bit of a longer one. I don't know. I mean, granted, you guys deserve a longer one after being kind of me being on hiatus for a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best to get some more videos out. I want to try to be more consistent. Consistency is really killing me at the moment, and I just want to try to make sure I make the time and be more consistent. So I'm going to try doing that. You guys, hopefully, will see more videos from me in terms of all kinds of different games. But as always, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you as always for being here. Thank you for spending some of your time, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.